Hello and welcome. We're making a super indulgent classic dessert today. It's the creme brulee. The method I use requires a top grill or a broiler, so no blowtorch needed for this recipe. Preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, that's about 160 degrees Celsius. And next pour 2/3 of a cup of milk into a small pan, add 2 cups of heavy cream, 1/3 of a cup of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You're going to keep the heat on low to medium and stir so that the sugar dissolves, and then remove from the heat before it reaches boiling stage. Next, begin separating out 5 egg yolks into a small bowl. And then beat the eggs very lightly and pour the mixture into a jug. And then add the warm cream mixture into the jug and give everything a good whisk. It's important to whisk here properly to avoid any lumps forming in the custard and essentially turning to scrambled egg. Next step is to place the ramekins, and we're using 6 for this recipe, into a baking tin. And I'm using my 30-year-old baking tin here. So as long as you've got something a few inches deep, that should do the job. And then pour hot water into the baking tin so that the ramekins are immersed around 2/3 of the way. Then pour the custard mixture equally into all the ramekins. And then carefully pop the whole baking tin into the oven. And the custards need to be baked for about 30 to 35 minutes. And once the custards are baked, use a safe method to remove them from the hot water. And once out of the hot water, refrigerate for 20 to 30 minutes. Once the custard is set and chilled, we're going to make the signature creme brulee topping. Spread around 1½ teaspoons of brown sugar over each dessert. Pop the ramekins under a hot broiler or a top grill. The heat needs to be high and directly above to caramelize the sugar. And at this stage I would recommend constant checking, just to make sure that there's no overcooking or burning. And then the final step is to allow the desserts to cool and chill before serving. The result is a smooth custard on the inside and that classic sugar crunch on top. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe video, and as always, thanks for watching.